Well, she lost unhealthy weight and gained insight and confidence. Today, we'll hear the story of one Chicagoan's journey to better living. She says the lessons she learned could change your life, too. A Chicago-based advertising agency is using input from teenagers to reach their peers. We will hear more from the company about how they're impacting business and young lives. And is there an increase in the number of suicides in the Black community? We've got the statistics and warning signs to help you know if your loved one is at risk. And we'll meet a Chicago actress who appears in the controversial Spike Lee film Chirac. It's all ahead on today's People to People. Welcome to today's People to People. I'm your host, Courtney Hall. Let's get started right away. Our first guest says going from a size 20 to a size 4 was not just about the pounds for her. It was also about shaping her personal philosophy, and it pushed her to positively impact the lives of others. Welcome, speaker and author Maisha Wynn. Hi, Maisha.
Hi, Courtney. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being here and joining us. You went through a crisis moment in your life. You lost a lot of weight. You also lost your mother.
Yeah.
And you lost your job. And
Yeah.
that really propelled you to do something positive with your life. Can you explain that to us?
Absolutely. I've learned it's at your lowest point in life where you find out how truly resilient you are. And so we have to embrace our life experiences versus putting them off or blaming someone else. So now through Live to Win, which is my aspirational company where we help others how to live more abundantly, I'm able to be a blessing through my own struggles and challenges.
Now, you call yourself a lifestyle specialist.
Yes.
Can you explain to us what that means?
So a lifestyle specialist is someone who really embraces life to the living. So often you hear the term life coach, and it's very popular now in the 21st century. But everything that I actually tell my winners, or what I like to call clients, are things that I actually live. So let's say, for example, if you were my client and we did inspirational text every day, right? Everything that I'm empowering you to do, I do. So if I'm telling you to live abundantly by eating right and walking the stairs or going to the spa to get a 30-minute massage, then that's what I'm doing as well.
So what you're saying is you talk the talk and
Yes,
walk the walk.
absolutely.
What do your clients seek from you? What are they looking for?
Well, I have an array of clients. A lot of them are executives to moms, and at the end of the day, they're looking for someone to hold them accountable for their greater self.
You have a book
Yes.
that's coming out.
Yes.
And it's called The Winning Way.
Yes.
Explain to us the inspiration behind that. We touched on it a little bit before.
Right. So The Winning Way, a guide to creating success your way, shares my personal journey from tragedy to triumph. I come from a family of obesity. When children used to bully me and call me Fatso or Miss Piggy, I never knew that I was overweight or obese because everyone in my household looked like me. So at the end of the day, I was always taught that I was the best. I was the best of the best. So in this book, I share that inspiration because we live in a world where a lot of people lack self-love, no matter if they're size 2 or a size 22. So we talk about self-love in this book. We talk about the importance of minding your thoughts and visualizing your victory and making sure that you're around people who can really celebrate you and where your creator is taking you.
So what was the most difficult part for you in terms of losing that weight?
I guess the most difficult part was I was a human yo-yo. It took me over 10 years. I would start and stop, stop and start. But then after losing my mom, it'll be 4 years on New Year's Eve. I thought, I have to make this change and I have to be committed to it. Mom was on 15 different meds, from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, sarcoidosis, and stomach cancer. No one should ever have to live like that on a day-to-day basis.
And what made you realize that all of these things kind of were linked? The weight, possibly depression from your mom passing away. What made you come to that realization?
So after I lost my mom, I did battle with depression for about 6 months. And I thought, this is not how I should be living out her legacy. She invested too much in me, Courtney. When I decided that I wanted to go to Spelman at the age of 12, and then I got my acceptance letter after graduating from Whitney Young, she literally moved from Chicago to be with me in Atlanta, right? To make sure that I had the very best. So I thought, you know what, Maisha, it's time for you to get up and live like the winner you were destined to be.
And what was the most difficult part about changing your life and changing your outlook?
Well, for me, it wasn't really a challenge once I got on board, right? Because I've learned that a changed mind is a made-up mind. And when you're sick and tired and sick of your current situation, whether it's being in a bad relationship or the desire for a change at your work, then that's when it will happen.
What will readers get from your book?
They'll be inspired. So often, you know, you go to bookstores and you see a lot of self-help books. But this is all about inspiring you and how we're able to show you how to do that. After I share my journey, then I want you to self-reflect on how you can be better, live better, and do better.
And Maisha, it seems to have all started with, you know, your weight loss. You lost an extreme amount of weight. How do you think that that weight loss translates into other areas of your life? How do you think that it's kind of helped you losing all of that weight?
Okay, so we live in a world where perception is reality, right? So when you look at people decide in less than 7 seconds if they want to work with you personally or professionally. So when I walk in the room, I was always confident. I always had self-love, but now people perceive me different. When I walk into a room, I have the same energy. But
so you think you have the same energy now that you had then,
absolutely,
even when you were overweight?
If you look at the pictures that you showed there, I was still smiling.
Right, right. So just because you were overweight doesn't mean that you were unhappy with your self-image.
No, I wasn't unhappy with myself. Because as I mentioned, I come from a family where we were taught, Maisha, you are the best.
Right.
But to the outside world, I look different.
That's that's interesting that you say that, because a lot of people say, you know, the weight was, you know, their shield. They were so unhappy inside themselves, and that's what motivated them to change.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with, let's say, if as a young adult you were fit, right? But then as you got older, you became stressed out and you started to eat.
Gotcha.
But when that's your way of life most of your life, that's all you know.
Exactly. Well, this is all so interesting, and it's in your book,
Yes.
The Winning Way. Hold it up for us so we can see. It's out December 16th.
Yes, December 16th.
But pre-orders are being taken now. Tell us where we can get it.
So they can get it at livetowin.com. That's
we have that up on our screen.
LIVETOWYNN, and we're offering a special incentive up until December 16th.
Fantastic. And you've got a signing on the 17th of December, correct?
I have a signing at Chicago Luxury Beds from 6 to 8. If you want to learn more, email me at mwynn@livetowin.com.
Fantastic, Maisha. Thank you so much for being here with us.